it's not been a great day or few days. Howdy, howdy. Well, I guess we're going to start the video a little earlier than I thought. RV life. Sometimes we have obstacles and challenges we got to overcome. So, tomorrow's departure day, travel day, and I'll be telling you a little bit more about that tomorrow when it's light out. But Michelle and I came out tonight to hook up the rig. Again, we've sat stationary here for about a month and a half. And we wanted to hook up tonight because it's going to rain and I didn't want to have to do it in the rain tomorrow morning. So we get out here and let me show you. For any of you who know, tongue jack's not supposed to make those noises. Actually, the fact it went up and down just a second ago is a miracle, because before it wouldn't even do that. So, and there's no light, so there's clearly something electronically wrong. I checked the fuse and the fuse is fine. So I think the tongue jack is just biting the bullet. So I'm going to have to change out the tongue jack, and you know, we're gonna do that while it's light out and not here. But I've gotten the rig on the car, or on the truck, and I've gotten the jack all the way up, thankfully, so we can at least travel tomorrow. So we'll check back in the morning, and I'll tell you what's been going on in the last few days. It's not been a great day, or few days. Good morning. It's the next day, and we are getting ready to head out of here. We've been at the Pilot Knob BLM land for about 40 days, I think, something like that. So we are excited to be officially back on the road. When I checked in with you last night, you saw that we're continuing to have an issue that I'm going to have to address. So we could not get the tongue jack to work properly. The fuse is fine, but it's just not going up and down. We were lucky. I just held on to it and kept rattling back and forth, and eventually it started going up last night, so I was able to get it onto the truck and then back up, so that we can drive with it in the correct position. But so that's going to be a project later today, but I'll tell you all about that once we get to our next location. So we are heading out. Just quick update on how things have been going the last few days. We were actually supposed to leave 2 days ago, but I woke up, today is Wednesday, I woke up Monday morning and I had gotten stomach bug or something. I was feeling pretty bad. I had a fever up to right around 100 degrees. I think 99.8 was the highest it recorded when I actually took my temperature. But I'm feeling better today. So I don't know what it was, possibly food poisoning, but our friends Sean and Lauren and Aiden that we were with, or that I spent a lot of time with over the last week or so, they were both sick, or all three of them were actually sick about a week ago. So I don't know if it just incubated in me for a period of time, and it caught up to me. So that, and then we've also been having refrigerator issues. So I'll be talking more about that in this video probably later today. I've gone through lots of troubleshooting and just can't figure out what's going on, but I've got a hopeful solution. But on a positive note, I got myself a new hat, so I figured I'd show all of you guys. What do you think? It's perfect for the sun. Well, it's not really sunny now, but look, Michelle is here. Let me show you.
Good old travel day. So, yeah, he did good on his hat. And of all places, he got it at a Chevron gas station. Who knew?
So we're just getting ready to head out. We wanted to say bye to Coral and Reagan, but I think they might still be sleeping. So if you guys are watching this, thank you. We miss you. I hope you get your truck fixed and then your rig too. Unfortunately, they're going to be stuck here in Yuma for an unbeknownst amount of time because Ford cannot get their new engine put in their truck because it has back order and no ETA. So they could be here a long time. So let's, fingers crossed, that doesn't happen. We're back. There's Michelle.
Don't mind the hair.
That's travel hair. So quick update for what's been going on. So we had a couple stops, but we made it to our next location, and we are actually just walking back to scout the area. We are excited to be just outside Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument. We are camped, or planning to camp, here at Gun Sight BLM, and we've parked a camper back over there, and we were just gonna unhitch, but I can't get the tongue jack to go up anymore, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. We're just gonna walk this to go see if there's any spots we want to stay in back here, or if we're gonna take that spot up there by the front. It's kind of noisy with 85 over there, so we're not exactly sure, but so on the way here we stopped. Quick tip that might be helpful to some of you guys. I found out that a lot of the Dollar Generals are also FedEx drop-off locations. So I called the Dollar General, and they said basically because they're a FedEx drop-off location that I can actually have stuff shipped to their address and just pick it up at the Dollar General. And that's what we did this morning in Gila Bend.
Yeah.
So we have a part coming for the refrigerator. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit, but we got that delivered yesterday, and we were able to pick it up on the way down here. And then we stopped and dropped off some mail that we had to ship off today as well, and we made it down to Gun Sight BLM. So we're just gonna go scout the area, see if there's any spots back here that we like better than the one up there, and we'll get set up and get you some new updates. So after a little walk around, or walkabout, we made it back to our spot, and I think we're going to hang on to this one. There's plenty of room for one or two more rigs if we should have anyone come join us, and this will give me ample time to start working on figuring out what's going on with the tongue jack, and keep you posted on that adventure. All right, we got back and still no luck with the tongue jack. So many of you are probably asking yourself, how the hell are you gonna fix that out in the middle of Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument? Well, my years as a Boy Scout may have just paid off. For those of you who've been following us and traveled with us, you know that for almost 3 years now, I've been traveling around with an extra tongue jack in the back of the camper for a situation just like this. So back in like March of 21, I think it was, I guess that'd be 2 years, we had been having some issues with this tongue jack, so I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and replace it when I had it shipped to my parents. And then when we got there, it was working fine. So needless to say, we've been carrying an extra 75 pounds in the back of our camper, and I'm about to show you that. Come on with me. Look what I found. I'm looking to see if there's a date on this. It does not look like there is, but that's a power tongue jack. I always kept it figuring at some point we're going to be somewhere where somebody else needed it. I was hoping it wouldn't be us, but clearly it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead, get the other one taken off, put this one on. Michelle's going to start organizing inside the house, and I'm going to set you up on. So I decided to do this while it's still up on the truck versus trying to put all the weight on the legs of the camper or the stabilizing arms. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to time lapse this here in a second, and we'll start the install process. I got to make a few cuts, got to get out the tools. So fingers crossed this goes as smoothly as I believe it to be, and hopefully we'll have a new tongue jack. One of the things I was telling Michelle we won't be able to do is, as you can see, I've actually rotated the head on that tongue jack so that the truck bed will go down all the way. Previously, when it was aimed forward, which is what a new one looks like, I'm not able to lower the truck bed. So for now, I'm probably going to have to leave it facing forward and just deal with it until I have a chance. I don't know if I've still got all the materials. I need a drill set or something specific to create screw holes in the head or the shaft of the tongue jack. But fingers crossed, we'll time lapse this and see how it goes. Okay, moment of truth. I haven't tried this yet. Let's see. Oh, look at that. It's not as fast as the other one, but let me check and see. The light works. We got power. You go up. Perfect. Okay, now I'm guessing, I'll have to see, but I'm guessing that maybe took 25 minutes or so. Most of it was trying to find the electrical connection so that I can reconnect it. So I'm gonna go ahead, take the camper off of the hitch, and then I can go back and zip tie everything together and put back my little tire reminder transmitter back on the shaft. But yeah, one job done. Refrigerator's next. I'll show you that here in a minute. Well, as luck would have it, as you can see, I'm no longer wearing my hat. Apparently having that big brim on that wicker hat prevents me from seeing the slide out. Ran right into it. Not looking, I was looking down to get the supports under here and walked right into it right here. Nailed my nose. I'm surprised. Luckily, I think the hat kind of cushioned it. I couldn't see anything because of the brim. So I've decided not wearing that hat when I'm setting up the camper anymore because I just about clotheslined myself. This is, I think, the fourth time. First couple times I gashed my head open. I'll insert a photo here of some of the blood that particular poor design by Keystone has had on me. So Michelle and I are just getting all set up. We have the cats in the car, or out of the car and in the camper, and we're just finalizing things on the outside. We're hoping to get this done. It's starting to get pretty cloudy, so I'm thinking it's going to rain here pretty soon. So we'll check back in here with you real soon. Next project, number 2, is, let me run you up to speed real quick on what's been going on with our refrigerator. So the freezer's fine. It holds temperature really well. We actually thawed it probably about 3 days ago, thinking that may have needed to be done to help the situation that we're having. But our refrigerator fluctuates in temperature throughout the day significantly, much more than it ever has. So we thought at first it was on the really windy days, but subsequently it's been non-windy days. You know, we'd like to have our refrigerator set at around 34 to 35. And I know that's cold, but it's been in the 40s to 47 sometimes, and you know, that's why I think I may have actually gotten sick from eating some mayonnaise that was in there when it was probably way over temperature. But so what I ended up doing is I did some testing with the Thermistor. The Thermistor is that little white slider thing that goes up and down on the fins. That helps regulate the temperature, and without going into all the explanation, I had to do some testing with my voltmeter to figure out what was going on, and it turns out the Thermistor is working correctly. So what did I do? I did some research on YouTube University and found the Dometic Thermistor adjuster from Dinosaur Electronics. So what this will do is basically I plug this into where the thermistor goes, and then I plug the thermistor into here, and then this allows me to control it up and down from back here when I need to adjust the temperature. It kind of overrides the thermistor, and I'm hoping that'll do the trick and keep it much cooler and more consistent. So I'm going to take the back off of here, and I'll show you some of the other stuff I've done previously to help with the refrigerator cooling, but hang on. Okay, since we've been on the road, I've had this set up this way, and I figured I'd just show you. I've never done a video about it, but if you're interested, let me know in the comments below, and I can always do one. It's pretty easy. But I've got 2 cooling fans, or actually just computer fans, that I've hooked up to a thermostat adjuster that once it hits a certain temperature, and you can set it, that's Celsius, obviously it's not 21 degrees out, and once it hits a certain temperature, it will power these fans until it gets to a certain other temperature, and then it'll turn it off. So what I've got it set is, I think it turns on when it gets about 70 degrees back here, and then once it gets down below 70, the fans will kick off. And that's helped with these to help keep the air back here As you can see back here, I've taken the control board cover off. This is the thermistor connection down here. One of these, oh no, I'm sorry, it's right here. So I'm gonna pull that off and I'm gonna mount this controller, resituate everything here, and hopefully that will begin to resolve the issue. I've got this all cleaned up. Let me show you. I've got my temperature gauge for the fans there. I've got this new Dinosaur Electronics adjustable thermistor right here. I've set it right in the center, and then I'm going to kind of come out and adjust it over the next day or so to see if I want it colder or warmer. I don't know what this middle line says, but I've heard this thing does a really good job, and some people have had theirs all the way over here on the warmer side because it got so cold in there. So I'm hopeful for that side of things. But yeah, so I just got this cleaned up. I'm just gonna button everything back up, and it's starting to drizzle, so it's perfect timing to get back inside. And I'll keep you updated on this project. Project number 2, I think, complete.
Hey everyone, I know it's been a few days, but we wanted to check back in with you to kind of fill you in on how the thermistor adjuster is working.
So far, 2 thumbs up. We woke up this morning and the temperature staying consistent right in the low 30s. This morning it was actually a 32, but that's at the top of the refrigerator, so the stuff down at the bottom is not 32 degrees yet. So it's been working great. Highly recommend. It's a much more easier way to adjust your thermostat on the Dometic refrigerators. So I went out one time and tuned it down just a little bit past half. For us, that's been great. We may actually have to tune it back up to about half to stay consistent right around 36 or so. So 2 thumbs up.
Yep, definitely 2 thumbs up.
If you like this video, what are you supposed to do, Michelle?
Oh, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode.
And of course, like us. Oh, wait,
yeah.
we like us. Notification bell, that too. Oh, no, you did just say that. All right. Anyway, see you next week, everyone.